Today's episode, we're going to start a little bit different. If you watched Sally Jane, Pink Hair Girl, yesterday, you will know that she and the geek took on my epic challenge of doing the lang arm on their episode. It was absolutely amazing. I'm very grateful to the geek for going out of his shell and for doing the lang arm on the internet. And she was going to challenge me to something as well, and she forgot about it. So she posted in the group that she challenges me to say hello and goodbye in 2 other of our official languages apart from English and Afrikaans. So piece of cake. I did 2 other official languages. I did Northern Sotho in primary school and I did Zulu in high school. So here we go. In Northern Sotho, hello is Dumela, and in Zulu it is Sawubona. So welcome to episode 12. So I had to look at that. And today is the 20th of January and it is 7:45 in the morning. I am up, I'm ready, the house is clean, the washing machine's busy doing its thing, so I can podcast. Today in Sandton, it says it's going to be mostly cloudy. Okay, when I wrote this down this morning, there wasn't a cloud in the sky. Now I look out the window, there's plenty, so who knows. The low is 14 and the high is going to be 27, which is 57 to 81 degrees Fahrenheit for you other people out there. What did I want to talk to you today? So today, I think this episode is going to be called Knitting Not Happy. Knitting is my happy place. And I haven't had the happy place this month. After my New Year's Eve socks, I've just had disaster after disaster. I started the Viajante and I ripped it up because I made a mess during the VKN. And then last week I showed you I was knitting the Manos Serena in the Wildflowers colorway. I was making it into a folded by Vera Valimaki. I finished both the sleeves. Absolutely love the sleeves. Wore them as arm warmers, even though it was 1,000,000 degrees here. Started the body. This is where my love-hate relationship with variegated yarn comes in. I was alternating skeins. I was alternating. First I tried every row, then I tried every second row, and then I tried every third row. And I was not going to go every fourth row. I just had, it was flashing, not pooling where, you know, you get a blob of a color that sticks together and then further on a blob of a color. I can do that. I don't mind pooling in a jersey. What I don't like is when it flashes. So you got these zigzags of color. And no matter how I tried to alternate my skeins, like I said, it just, I couldn't. So I have a love-hate relationship with variegated. I love variegated and how it looks in the skein, how it looks in the cake, how my sleeves looked were awesome, absolutely awesome. Body, not so much. I love it for socks. Absolutely freak for socks. With the flashing and the pooling. I absolutely love it. So I had two bodies. I had 2 sleeves and I had 13 centimeters of a body. And when I got to knitting group, I'm going to sneeze. Okay, maybe not. It might surprise me, so be careful. When I got to knitting group, I knitted a few more rounds and I still didn't like it. I wasn't enjoying it. I just so wasn't enjoying it. So I frogged the whole thing. Came home, rewound up the cakes, and yeah, it's back in the to be used box. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with it. I love it. I think it's absolutely gorgeous colorway, but I need to find the right pattern. Maybe I need a not in the round pattern. Maybe I need a backwards and forwards pattern. With the purling, it might break up. I don't know. I need to figure something out. So for FOs, I have absolutely nothing again. And I think this is the second week in a row that I might, no, maybe third year? Third year, listen to me. Oh, no, wait. Last week I did have one. I had my New Year's confetti socks. So all that drama has happened basically in 1 week. The folded and the Viajante. Wow. In 1 week. Wow. Okay. I am drinking Nespresso coffee. It is called the Dakkan. And it says intensity 11. Yum, 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 yum. Yeah, because I'm not drinking that one. Yeah. You get a handy dandy what each of the colors is bookie. Well, I basically get one every time I go, and I keep having to tell them, please don't, I don't want it. Please, I've got one. I don't need one every time I come. Right, okay, so let's talk about my whips. So because I was, look, I was very happy knitting on my sleeves. I had modified them, like I showed you last time, to make them longer. And I had finished the second one, and yeah, I loved them. There was no flashing. There was a bit of pooling, but that's okay. I didn't mind. I loved them. The yarn is so soft. It's stunning. So then, because everything went sideways, and yeah, because everything went sideways, I didn't, my knitting went into a bit of a funk. I was doing everything else but knitting on the body, which is why I also knew I didn't want to do it. Because if I do things that I don't want to do normally over my knitting, then there's a problem. I did everything. I sorted out my boys' bedrooms. I sorted out the pantry. I cleaned... not cleaned, what am I talking about? I don't clean. I covered all my kids' school books. I did anything but knit on that. And it wasn't just that it affected, it also affected my sock yarn blanket, because I didn't even want to sit down and knit that. I didn't want to. I did loads of stuff over. So what I did do last week was I sewed in most of my ends on my first row. Now what I'm doing is finishing a row, and then I'll sew in the ends. So as you can see, the second row still has ends to weave in, because I'm going to sew them in on this end, and until I've joined the square, then I don't want to sew them in yet. So I've sewed in most of the ends where there are two squares. No, actually all of the ends where there are two squares. Oh no. No, I haven't. I'm lying. I've got one to do still. And I only did 4 squares last week. So this is Sally Jane's row. And I did this one, which you've seen on her podcast. It's her orange and pink striped socks. I did this brown one. I did this blue one. And this one you've also seen on her podcast. It's her mom's socks that she made for her. And then I'm busy with another square. So basically I only did 4 squares last week. I'm okay with that, because it's a long-term project, so it's not a race to the finish. And if I do race to the finish, I'm going to be in a lot of dwaying, because I'm not knitting socks that fast. See, here's my 2015 sock row, and it's got one on it, and that's it. But yes, I'm still loving it. It's very addictive. A lot of people in my knitting group have now started, and on other groups that I'm on have started. Yes, I love it. 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 Now, I said the hashtag, and I keep saying the hashtag is Sock Yarn Blanket Partners, but apparently it's been reduced to Sock Yarn Partners. I don't know. I haven't posted mine on Instagram yet. I'll do it today. So I'll go check that out. But if you want to come and join us, join us. I'm using 2.5 mils, and you can see I started using the devil pointed needles that Vicky V sent me last week. And it goes so much quicker on devil pointed needles. There's not that cable that you have to deal with. It's just shoom, shoom, backwards, forwards knitting, and it's perfect. And I'm doing mine with 42 stitches. The pattern that I'm using is the I Make one, and it calls for 32 stitches on a 2.75. But I don't have any 2.75 because it's on the other blanket. So I'm using 2.5 on this one. I'm also, I don't know, I'm going to show you if I can find one that I haven't sewn the ends in so it doesn't look so funky. There, this one. That's how I do my skirts. I actually pick up on the garter ridges. So if you look closely there, I'm actually picking up along the edge. I'm not slipping my stitches. I'm not picking up in the holes. I'm actually picking up a stitch on the edge. What else do I need to say about my scrap blanket? Makes me happy. Does make me happy. I just want it big enough now. Yesterday afternoon, we have thunderstorms in the afternoons to cool it down, and that's generally when during summer. And in Joburg, that's when we get our rain. We don't get winter rain, we get summer rain. And yesterday afternoon it went all black and it went all windy and threatening, but we got a little bit, but not enough to write home about. And I said, I WhatsApped Sally Jane. I said, I wish my blanket was big enough for me to snuggle under. But yes, it will get there eventually. It will get there eventually. So that's one of my works in progress. My other work in progress is kind of a make it up as you go along, Sally, project. So I cast on the Bonnie before I cast on the Viajante, and I twisted it. And then I had a thought that, yeah, if I knit the Bonnie, then everybody that watches myself and Sally Jane are going to think we're brain Siamese twins because we're just knitting the same stuff. So I will knit the Bonnie in a dark color because I don't do light girly colors. In a dark color, just not now. So in my bag that Sally Jane gave me, keep calm and carry on. Why is it so UV? It doesn't have anything in. Oh, because it has my book. I am knitting my one-of-a-kind purple lace, and I don't know if you can see. Oh, please hold that thought. Everything was falling off the table as I leaned on. Okay, so because it's so freaking thin, let me just fold it. It is variegated, and it's not bothering me at all that it's flashing and pooling all over the flipping place. And I think it's because of the colors. So it is black, deep purple, and then there's a lighter purple. Actually, it's on the side. I can't. Where is it on the top? There's a lighter purple, but it's not dramatically lighter. So I'm doing a top down because I think I've got enough to make long sleeve, which is perfect for just throwing over a t-shirt or over a. Oh, look how much it stretches. I hadn't stretched it. Yeah. Cool. I call them strappies. Those t-shirts with just a skinny strap on. Some people call them JTs. Other people call them. I don't know. So Yesterday, I had gotten to the sleeves, and then Brutus, my BMW, my X5, had to go in for some maintenance because he's been leaking in all the afternoon rain, which is not very cool. It's getting wet in the car when I fetch the boys from school, because it always rains as I fetch the boys from school. It waits. I promise you, it'll be absolutely beautiful. 5 minutes before I have to go fetch the boys, it starts to chuck down. Cats, dogs, elephants, pigs, cows, the works. So anyway, being in my car at the moment doesn't really help. You might as well be outside because you get just as wet inside. What they found was they thought it was my sunroof, which is why Bruce had to go in yesterday. And they took all the lining off and everything, and they figured out it's not that. It's my windscreen. I've got I don't have the BMW one originally. I had to replace my windscreen, and they reckon that when they did that, they didn't seat it and seal it properly. So I've got to go back and get that seated and sealed. So fingers crossed it doesn't rain today because I can't do it today. So I knitted all of that from the sleeve all the way up there yesterday waiting for Brutus. Being at BMW is my happy place. I love it. So the one that I go to, JSN, how do I say? The workshop is underground and the sales floor is above it. But in between it is the coffee area. So you sit there and you're surrounded with windows on the coffee area, and you look out onto the garage where they're fixing all the BMWs, and I'm just in heaven. I am just in heaven. I can spend hours. Well, I do. I never leave Brutus there because I need him in the afternoon. I can't be without a car. I need to fetch my kids and take them to their stuffs. So I always wait for him, and it's not a chore. If I've got my knitting, I listen to podcasts. I don't watch podcasts because I don't use my data. I listen to podcasts, which I've downloaded at home already, and then I knit and I watch all the mechanics fixing the BMs. I love it. I'm in love. Yesterday I saw the new 2 Series Touring. I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. But then, you know, let it grow on me. That's what happens. Will I drive another brand of car? Hell no. Never, ever, ever. It's Mini or BMW for life. What are you doing? Hold on. Come here. Come here then. She's making noises underneath me. I don't know why. Mojo is making noises underneath me. Okay, now sit down. Okay, you're going to make my life a little bit difficult, aren't you? So okay, I didn't tell you. I am loosely basing this off of a few patterns. 2 of them, one is the Bonnie, which you've seen on Sally Jane's podcast. The other one is called the Mohair Minimalist. Sorry, the picture just, and that's it. So I'm using both patterns, and I'm coming up with something that I want. It's an elastic. You can't eat it. Everybody can see your funny nose. Everybody can see your funny nose. Yeah. Fingers crossed it fits. Fingers crossed it works. What I'm trying to do. I haven't started the sleeves yet for the simple fact that I'm going to finish this 50 grams. Have you ever knit with lace? It doesn't like the cake. Though mine looks a bit battered from being yanked around yesterday. It doesn't get any smaller. I mean, I've done a lot of knitting for me, and it's not getting any smaller. I'm using size 4mm needles. I just love it. I hope it works because I really love it. And I want to wear it. And I will wear this. This is perfect for the afternoons when it gets dark and stormy. Absolutely perfect. Let's see, what else am I knitting on? I'm not knitting on anything else. 2 projects, that's it, that's it, that's it. I do still want to make another pair of socks this month, so I'm hoping to get that finished. I don't think so. Sally, really? Really, Sally? I don't think I'm going to. What have we got? We've got this weekend and next weekend. Is that right? Yeah, this weekend and then next weekend. No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. That's going to take me a while longer still. That's not going to happen before the end of January. So let's give you a little bit of a sport update for those who do like sport or are just even interested. So we're still playing we've got one more ODI left against West Indies. But we have, since I last spoke to you, played the last T20, which we won by 69 runs. We played the first ODI, which we won by 61 runs. And then on Sunday, we played an epic game, the ODI, which is a 50, ODI stands for One Day International. A One Day International is 50 overs each. So the first team goes in and bats for 50 overs, and then the second team bats for 50 overs. And it's normally a day-night because it takes so long. And South Africa won it by 148 runs. Woohoo! Whoop, whoop. The Australian Open is playing. And right now, currently, Novak Djokovic is playing his first game. Let me just see if I've got an update for you. He was winning when I did this. And no, wrong app. And the score was 6-3, 6-2, 4-2. And now it's not here. Oh, because it's on the completed. Never mind. Brain fart. Select day. Yes, Tuesday. Oh, there it is. Okay, so he won 6-3, 6-2, 6-4. Whoop, 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 whoop. Novak Djokovic for the win. You know what I didn't do at the beginning of the episode because Sally Jane had me all confuddled? I didn't say who I was. Okay, hi. No, Dumela Sabona. I am Sally at Wool Diaries. On Instagram, Ravelry. And what else do I normally say at the top? Oh, I can't remember. I can't remember. Oh, she got me all confuddled. I'm just being very demanding. What is wrong with you? Hey? I need to take her to the vet to get her claws trimmed. Her nails trimmed. What's wrong with you? Why are you being so demanding today? Old girl. Brain went blank. Oh, that's why. I wanted to say thank you to all the new subscribers on my channel. And thank you for watching. And to all new viewers and all returning viewers. You rock. Big time. All the people who have added me on Instagram and as a friend on Ravelry. Wow. I'm exploding at the seams with happiness. Exploding at the seams with happiness. In South African Yarny news, in Gauteng, but they do, sorry Margie, I just banged your head against that. Let's hold you up here. They they don't have an online store, but they do, if you know what you want and you know what they've got, they will post it to you. You do an EFT to them and then they'll post it to you. So Arthur Bales has their pre-sale on this week from the 19th to the 23rd. 20% off everything over $200. And then from next week until I don't know when is the proper sale on. But a lot of people go this week and go a bit bonkers. So there's, you know, and then come the end of the sale, don't even go there. There's like bugger all left. Like nothing. I am going. Why? Because they have Regia. Why? Because I have a Regia problem. Hi, my name's Sally and I'm addicted to Regia. I'm also going to get some stuff for Sally Jane. She's making something and Arthur Bells has the perfect yarn for her. And with it being on sale, it's like stupid not to go get it. So I'm actually going tomorrow, and I'm supposed to be meeting up with 2 ladies from my knitting group, but we'll see. If they don't come, they don't come. I'm just going to go. I can go shop by myself. I'm a big girl. I'll put my big girl panties on. What do you want? What do you want? You don't know. Okay. Then just go to sleep. So my 3 girls, I have Mojo. We got Mojo first. And when we got her, she was so tiny. She came everywhere with me in my pocket. We got her in winter, and I was wearing a big trench coat. And she came everywhere with me in my pocket. And then we got Bibble, the one that you haven't seen because she's scared of herself. She was the runt of the litter, and she was so small. I was so scared to leave her at home, even though we had Mojo. I was so scared to leave her at home that she came everywhere with me as well. And it was a long time before I could leave her at home because she was so... She's a typical Chihuahua. She shakes for everything. The wind changes direction, well, the air, not even the wind. The air changes direction, and she's off shaking. And then we got Poppet, the one who shares a brain and never gets a turn. And Poppet was like, oh, hell no, you're not taking me anywhere. I'm staying at home with the other 2 girls to play. So she never came anywhere with me. And it's quite funny because you can tell the difference. Mojo and Bibble are a lot more clingy than Poppet is. Poppet has her moments, and she's doing very well. She's still not using her leg as much. 6 weeks is at the end of January, I think, or beginning of February. If she's still not using her leg properly, I will take her back to the vet and see what's happening. I did tell her if she costs me any more money, there's going to be some serious words. Because yes, she cost a freaking fortune having her leg fixed. That was a lot, and that wasn't in my show notes. Sorry. Not. So, stash. This week, what did I get? I got, okay, and in my defense, I didn't pay for most of it. And it was gifts. Okay, so you need to come down. I got my Swift. Handmade Swift from Natural Yarns, which is Gina, my yarn pip. These come out, and you can put them back in, and it's all assembled because it's been used. I was going to assemble it, but then I thought that would make my life a bit difficult trying to show you on the podcast today. I wasn't going to put it all back together. So I got my Swift, and Gina said to me, and for your grey and white blanket, why don't I send you? She had one skein in her shop of the charcoal grey from Nurturing Fibers. So she sent me. It's freaking dark. It's epic dark. It's like as close to black as you're gonna get. It's stunning. It's called charcoal colorway. It's the charcoal colorway. It's absolutely stunning. It's black. Well, it's not. It's grey, but it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Then I got on Saturday from Aileen. I got this whole whacking bag. Aileen, who's a candy on Ravelry, of mini skeins, and she's one of the people I've been able to make mini skeins. Not mini skeins, bonk. Sock yarn blanket. Hers is beautiful and so colourful. So these are some of hers that she's already put into her blanket, and when I'm finished with them, they're going to go down to Sally Jane. It depends. They will go down to Sally Jane, but depends on how much I have. There's another lady doing a sock blanket in our group. If there's enough left over, then I will definitely split it between the two of them, because Michelle Hutch on Ravelry is also doing a blanket, and it's just as stunning. So I got more mini skeins. I still don't think I have enough to make a blanket. So now, the epic Mish Babs on. Yes, we have 2 Belindas and 2 Michelles. Makes life very interesting at knitting group. Mish Babs went to the States, and she said to me before she went, is there anything I want from the States? So I said, oh my God, y'all, do you know what? Hey, I would love, just absolutely love, if you could find some of those. We don't get it here, Soak or Eucalyptus. We don't get either one of those here. I said to her, if you can find, and I know both of them sell them in travel sachets. You know, like the sachets that you get the sauce in at the restaurant, and not at the restaurants, at the takeaway places. I said, if you could get some of those to bring back, that would be epic. And let me know how much they are, because I don't want it for free. I'll pay you for it. I said, don't get a bottle, because, you know, you're going overseas. She went back home to the States, and she was going to visit, and she went for Thanksgiving, and she went for Christmas, and she took her boys with her. I said, you know, you're going to get spoiled rotten. Don't go and get... So anyway, naughty Mish Babs bought me Eucalyptus. Lanolin enriched concentrate with eucalyptus oil. It's no rinse, delicate wash. And she bought me 100 mils. It doesn't have a, I was going to say flavor. It doesn't have a scent. But if you open it and you smell it, oh, you can smell that eucalyptus, and I love that smell. It's like so fresh, and I didn't know you could put it in the wash as well. I thought it was just for hand knit. You see, we don't have this stuff. It's also available in lavender, grapefruit, and natural unscented. So, oh, this one is the eucalyptus one. It must be. Oh, it's beautiful. I absolutely love it. Oh, it's stunning. Absolutely stunning. So I got that, and then she bought me this such a cute little lizard stitch marker. It did have a tag. Oh, check that nail break. That one must go out. It did have a tag, but I took it off the tag like a doorknob. So I don't know where it's from. Would help if I actually, there you go. And I chucked the tag away like a complete doorknob. Yes, not even half a doorknob. I'm a complete doorknob. Okay, so Mish Babs gave me Nurturing Fibers, also in the Super Twist sock. What is wrong with me on a Tuesday and I can't talk? In the Super Twist sock, she gave me the Licorice All Sorts colorway, and she gave me one ball and one cake, and she said, and I said to her I wasn't going to use it because she was making a project and she didn't know if she was going to need it or not. So I said, fine, I won't use it, which is fine by me. I don't have a problem until you finished your project. Well, she had yay much left over, and she bought it for me. So this is also going to get put into my blanket. I'm going to put this in my blanket. Not my Nurturing Fibers one. I'm going to put this one in my sock yarn blanket. The reason not in my grey one is because as much as I love the pops of colours in the Licorice All Sorts colorway, I don't want that in my grey and neutral blanket. So that's going into my sock yarn blanket. Then we're doing a swap on the South African group. And it's a quick January swap, and you could either sign up for mini skeins to the weight of 100 grams, or you could sign up for a 100 gram skein. So On Saturday, Mish Babs was my partner. I had to give her mini skeins, and I know her and I are going to do color work this year. So what I did was I went to, yes, I didn't use my stash. It was supposed to be out of your stash, but I didn't want to give anything from my stash away. So I went to Arthur Bales and I bought her some mini skeins. And they've got those, my first red year. So it's little 25, oh, they're so stinking cute. Little 25 gram skeins, little balls. But I don't even have a red year one to show you. They're so stinking cute. Oh, I could just buy them all just because they're so cute. And I bought her 4 solid colors, and they're called My First Red Year. So they're supposed to be like baby colors, but some of the colors are actually quite rich and deep. So I gave those to her on Saturday. I'm going to post my other 100 gram one out today. So I'm not going to show you. I'm not Sally Jane. I'm not going to spoil it for everybody. Evil woman. But what I didn't know was that Mish Babs was my 100 gram partner. So she bought me back from the States. Oh, we want this, yeah. Heritage Cascade yarn, sock yarn, 75% merino superwash and 25% nylon. It is made in Peru, in this gorgeous green colorway. To be honest, Mish Babs bought a whole load for me to choose from, and some of them were actually alpaca, because she went to an alpaca farm, lucky cow. But I was like, not, this is mine. It is 100 grams, it is 400 meters, and it's machine washable. Lovely, lovely. One pair of socks I don't have to worry about. And my Reggie ones, I don't worry about them. This is going to grow up to be the other Michelle, all the things that grow socks, the ones that I showed you with the leaf going up them. This is it. I have been looking for yarn to make those socks in, and this is the perfect sock yarn. So this is going to be those socks, because I said to her, I so want to make those socks, but I just didn't have anything in my stash. If it's got green in it, it's a variegated, and I'm worried that with the variegation you're not going to see the beautiful stitch pattern. So I'm so happy I got this. I'm so happy. I could have walked away with all of them that she bought from me though, because they were all beautiful and they're all from overseas. So then you know, it's like, wow. Right, so that was my stash, and this does not count towards my stash down, throw down, because, oh sorry Mojo, I crossed my legs and now she's falling off. Oh, Sparky. I'm surrounded by dogs. Because it's gift yarn. And I put there no gift yarn. Gift yarn doesn't count. And if I buy gift yarn, it doesn't count either. Bonus. Bonus. Otherwise, what's the point if you can't receive and give gift yarn? And my stash is at a stage where I love everything in there. I'm not willing to part with my stash. So no, no. And that, my lovelies, is the end. So, to finish off my challenge from Sally Jane and the geek, mwah, to the geek, I will now say, oh, I got confused, I didn't see it in my notes. Salasinhle, which is goodbye in Northern Sotho, and Hambagahle, which is go well in Zulu. Have a fantastic week.